now.
Woo.
Hey YouTube, it's your boys Fyrestorm here, and we are back with another Sunday update. It's August 22nd somehow, and we're here to talk to you about Sword, Shield, and the end of Moon / the beginning of Ultra Moon. So, where do we want to start?
Sirmina, how was the end of Moon?
It was great. Yeah, I realize I have a lot to talk about since the last time I had an update. But the very beginning of August, I was having a great run. I was like over leveled by like 10 levels. Went through the Dragon Trowel, no problem. Went through the canyon just fine. Then got to Sirmina Ultra Space and just got annihilated by her Clefable twice. And then I was like, you know what, I gotta regroup. It's okay. You know, I was doing okay, but then I looked at it later that her Clefable has like extra special defense on top of like her normal stats just from the aura that she was exuding, so like nothing was going well until I decided to use some battle items and overlevel another 8 levels with Rare Candies. But then after that I swept Sirmina and I just like ran through the Elite Four and Champion. I did not black out nearly as many times as Cam during the E4 champ run.
I forgot I made myself. Is there a difference to like the typings going into the champion battle that you guys think played into that at all?
I guess being a fairy type helped a lot.
Yeah, because it was a dragon, so.
Oh.
Yeah. And you didn't need to like fear Hala as much.
Yeah, because Hollow is fighting, so I have a water fairy. And then Olivia is rock, so I have a water fairy type.
I just learned that fighting is not effective against fear.
Yeah, and then Acerola, I just taught Shadow Ball to Primarina. But the other thing that I definitely took advantage of was the fact that in Gen 5 onward, I think it starts in 5, maybe 6 onward, is unlimited use for TMs. And so swapping out move sets between E4 and champion battles made it so much easier. And then the fighting woman, I think I put on like Ice Beam.
That is Gen 5, right? That the TMs start being infinitely usable?
It's either 5 or 6. I think it's 5 though.
I think it's 5.
Believe it's 5 because I think we talked about that with Cam. I think.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't 6 because I've definitely had it before, and I didn't play any Gen 6.
Well, the big thing in Gen 4 is the split, right? The damage split. And then I think the big thing with Gen 5 was the reusable TMs.
And then Gen 6 taught us the amazing experience share.
Yeah, well,
applicable to your whole party.
I think the big shakeup for me in Gen 6 was fairy type.
And fairy type.
Yeah. But yes, also like the idea that sort of anytime you go into battle from Gen 6 onwards, like just your whole team is leveling up and it doesn't really matter how you're set up for that. Yeah.
The end of Moon went really nicely. Just kind of ran through it. At one point, somebody was about to give me trouble, and I got really, really close. I think it might have been Kukui. He had something that I think... No, I don't think it was Kukui. I think it was...
Was it one of those...
I think someone hit a Z move on me, and I actually freaked out, and I was like, oh god.
Oh.
But...
What are the 4... What are the E4 in Sun and Moon?
It was fighting...
Olivia.
Rock? Ground? Rock?
Rock.
Yeah, fighting, rock, ghost, and then flying.
Flying, right? Yeah.
Flying. Weirdo.
Not grass, but
Not
flying.
Not grass. No.
Green everything. Oh yeah, flying.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out.
Green for golf.
And then
for
versatile. Kukui was pretty versatile. I also got really lucky because compared to Cam's fight with Kukui, like, he starts with Lycanroc. Kukui starts with Lycanroc.
Oh.
So Cam had to, like, KO him ASAP, being a fire type, but with Primarina being water, like, it was pretty neutral. I just beefed up battle items. He kept trying to land a Stone Edge, and I think he only hit like 2 out of 5.
Yeah, you got very lucky with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
he didn't hit Stone Edges until I'd already had X defenses on.
I wish that I still had battle items for Kukui.
Oh, right, because you spammed them all on Lusamine?
Yeah, because I had heard all of the horror stories about Sirmina's run with Ultra Lusamine, so I was like, oh, I'll use everything.
Your run went really nicely with her.
Right.
Yeah.
We flipped them.
It did well. Yeah. We had opposite situations.
On the rough count that I just did, like trying to like skim through the stream, it was about 10 times I restarted the fight with Kukui.
Jesus.
And I think that I had tried different strategies for maybe 6 or 7 of them.
How many
with different
times?
TMs.
How many times did I have to restart the water E4 in Gen 6?
You restarted it twice. You got it on your 3rd run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that felt...
Gyarados.
When I was going into that for the 3rd time, I was like, ugh! So I cannot... Yeah. I cannot imagine what 10 reloads of a champion fight must have felt like.
You can watch it. You can watch it if
I
you
can
want.
watch it. I mean...
A lot of it was me hoping that Primarina's Z move wouldn't one-shot KO me. That was about 60% of the time.
Oh, because, yeah, if you got hit with a Z... Is that, the water Sonata thing?
The operetta.
Operetta.
He just uses the Hydro Vortex or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Max Geyser, but that's not it.
Max Geyser. Oh my god. Wow. Welcome to
Not yet,
fucking
not
Gen
yet.
8.
Not yet.
Yeah. But, okay, so actually before we go to Gen 8, let's stay with Gen 7 for a sec. So, we're done with one Pokemon challenges in Gen 7. I'm not doing them anymore, because they're hard. And we're never doing them again. Never again. Never again. Never ever. But what are you doing this gen?
For Ultra Moon,
Yes, this game. That's more accurate.
I decided that 1 is indeed too few. It's just...
Yeah.
If you have like a bad hit with a critical hit or something, like, it's game over, right? You just can't get through it. So, I need somebody to be a backup. So I went with Pokemon you receive as a gift, in a sense. So it's like you receive an egg, and then whatever that hatches into. Because I know you get an egg at one point at at that farm.
So I'm curious about this. You do get an egg at the farm. How many gifts do you actually get throughout the game?
There's a couple.
Okay. And are you counting...
There's a handful in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
The starter counts, right? That's a gift? Okay.
Starter counts. That is gifted to you. It's not
Now,
caught.
are you starting again with the watery thingy?
I'm not starting with the water type. I decided to start with Rowlet.
Yes! Welcome to Ghost Town.
It's going to be interesting.
So
But I finally cycled through because I had... when I looked back at it, I had just done a water type in Moon, and then I had just done a fire type in Y. So I was like, well, now I'm going to do a grass type today.
So
And I went with grass.
I want to talk about Rowlet for a second, because he's really cool. He is, because he is grass flying to start, which is rare on its own. I don't know. I don't think there are a ton of dual type starters most of the time. But then he does this thing that very few Pokemon do, and you can check this. He loses the flying type. He gains the ghost type. Like, it's very, very rare for Pokemon to actually lose a typing. So, I thought it's really cool. I love his Z move. The animation and graphics are all like super cool for him. He also can pick up a dark move at some point. I can't remember if he learns it or whether he can just BTM'd it. But
Yeah.
he's got a great kit. You're gonna have a lot of fun with him.
I'm very excited for this. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like you should be able to get 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Bless you.
think that's what it was. Yeah.
So you can get 6 gifts if you play your cards right.
Before the E4.
Before the E4. That's a critical question.
There's a
Yeah,
handful that come after.
There's a lot of them after, yeah.
It's the Tyranitar problem from Gen
Like,
2.
I would love if you used Zygarde.
Yeah, right.
So we all collected all of those cores, right?
For no reason in Sun and Moon. We didn't do anything with them.
I did not collect any cores.
Ugh. It's okay.
I didn't
know,
collect a
but-
single one.
It'll be interesting though, because I haven't used an Eevee since Gen 2. Yeah, the egg that you received is Eevee. And you get an Aerodactyl late game before E4. And you'll get a Porygon. So I have not used a Porygon, I don't think ever.
But Porygon.
In game.
Oh wait, you have to use a Porygon now. Can you do? Does it? What does it evolve to in this gen?
It's still Porygon, Porygon 2, Porygon Z, but those
So
are
it can't go to Porygon Z.
It's trade evolution.
Oh,
Yeah. So cute. It's okay though.
I'm sad.
It's okay.
Porygon, one of the only Pokemon you can get to a 3rd evolution at level 1. Because
What?
it's just new traded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello!
Masaru says hi.
Oh hi.
Sack of Nuts 12 says hello. I'm confused. What's going on? Hello. I'm gonna provide like a second of context. Just this is our weekly meeting for the Vintage Pokemon Project. We the rest of the time we are on here. We're usually streaming Pokemon games, but right now we're talking, which perhaps is marginally less interesting. But we're usually back like 5 to 10 times a week, streaming various Pokemon games. This month it'll be Sword, Shield, and Ultra Moon. So stick around if you want to see some gameplay footage of that. But right now we're recapping what's happened in the last week / 2 weeks / month, whatever.
Yeah, we've been a little delinquent with our update, just because the summer's hard.
One asshole got married,
Yeah,
took away all our Sundays.
someone else went on vacation for a week. You know,
How dare us?
no access. Yeah.
Cam's like, yeah, you fucks.
No loyalty to the project.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Anyway, I'm really looking forward to the gift thing, especially to seeing some like throwback Pokemon that we haven't seen in a while, and or like, I mean, who uses a Porygon? So that's gonna be cool to see in action.
Why did that?
You use Porygon?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Oregon.
Do we have a angle on an evolution for Ultra Moon?
We'll see.
Alright.
We'll see. I mean, now that I know what each of the trials are and what the kahunas are, and it seems like it's going to be very similar unless I'm totally missing something, then I'll probably make a decision on evolution based off of that. So if I have a Rowlet who will eventually be grass ghost, and he is weak to like dark, ghost, fire, you know, I might go like the Vaporeon route.
Oh, and I'm just gonna say this right now as a reminder. Grass types are weak to bug types.
Yeah.
Just in case that's useful later in the game, I just wanted to mention it now.
Is there a character that uses a lot of bug types that you really, really hate, you guys? His name maybe starts...
Okay, Cam, you and your Fyrestarter looking ass over there, like, yeah,
You were god tier Pokemon. Clearly, you couldn't get through them.
Guzma showed me that the only reason the bug catchers are not a problem is because you encounter them when they're at like level 5.
Yes.
And he proved to me that if they were level 40, they would be just catastrophic.
Yep.
I remember using Scolipede in Black 2.
Yeah.
Bug poison.
Really gorgeous.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
Bug types are fantastic.
Apparently one of our viewers bred a shiny Rowlet.
What?
Bred a
Wait,
shiny...
I want one.
Wait, so like hatched from an
like-
egg? What are the odds of that? My god.
In like Sword Shield or
I don't know. I'm asking for clarification on what game we bred a shiny Rowlet in. Because, yeah, that does seem like it would take a long time.
What does he look like? Oh, he's like teal. He's really cute.
Ugh.
Aww. I like that one.
Rowlet is essentially just a beach ball with wings attached. And feet.
Rowlet is adorable. He's slow as shit, though. I don't like it.
Oh, our viewer bred Rowlet in Ultra Moon.
Wow.
There you go. So,
find that nursery.
Technically, Sirmina, you now know it's possible to breed a Rowlet, a shiny Rowlet in Ultra Moon. Get right on that. The VPP now running through 2025.
Yes, because that's how long it's going to take me to get a shiny Rowlet.
We've only gotten one shiny, right?
What's up?
We've only gotten one shiny in the entire project.
I think so, which
have.
sucks. It was the
Zigzagoon.
It was Zigzagoon.
Yeah. Of all the Pokemon it could have been, it was a freaking Zigzagoon.
And of all the gens, too, because wasn't that Gen 3 when you were doing the Nuzlocke? So, like, it's not even like you had multiple chances to catch a Zigzagoon. It's just the one you encountered was a shiny.
Yerp.
God.
One of my favorite shinies.
Now, technically, did we all catch the shiny Gyarados?
Gyarados doesn't count.
But that doesn't count. Yeah.
It doesn't count.
Because that's plot. It's plot shiny. Okay.
Yeah.
I got some analysis in the chat. The odds of hatching a shiny from an egg are 1 in 4,096. If you have a shiny charm, then the chance goes to about 1 in 1,300. If the two parents came from, check this out, different language games, then the chance goes down to about 1 in 700. And if you have the shiny charm and the two parents come from different language games, then it apparently drops to 1 in 500.
Hey, that's ridiculous.
I don't know. Masaru knows the math, apparently. I do not, so I can't check his work. But, yeah. So, basically, it's really unlikely.
1 in 512 is better than 1 in 4,096.
And
so ridiculously
Sack of Nuts does confirm that his Ditto was French. So there you have it.
There it is. There it is. That makes sense then. That helps.
Also, love the fact that you can use a Ditto to breed with, like, anything. Because Ditto. It's always funny to me.
Ugh.
At one point in one of the streams, someone asked me, they're like, oh, are you using Citra? I was like, yes. He said, do you want to trade? I was like, what? He was like, I'm also using Citra. we can open up a trade room. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
You technically can.
But, like, cool.
Yeah. It's theoretically possible.
Interesting.
Using mandates set down by Sirmina in March, there is no trading permitted.
Yes.
Which is sad, but fine. That has actually helped a lot with the Sword Shield challenges, which we can start to move into if you guys are good with that. Because it has definitely helped me delineate like what is allowed versus what is not allowed. So I think Cam, you and I have both discovered this and talked about it maybe a little bit on stream and possibly in these chats, but like we both created a new profile to play Sword Shield, which means that when you create a new profile on the Switch that's not linked to a Nintendo account, you can't do any of the online stuff. So you can't trade, you can't do multiplayer raids, you can't do like surprise wonder trades with, Machamp level 100.com who will send you like a level 8,000 whatever thing legendary with the Master Ball and the Pokerus virus on it and all that stuff.
Dude.
Yeah, you can't do any of that.
Oh my god, I forgot that thing existed.
Yeah.
I've never in any of my years of playing have run into a Pokemon that had Pokerus. Never.
Wonder trades.
Apparently, like, I ran into a Poke Center at some point, and I don't remember what gen this was. I think it was Gen 5, and I was, like, scrambling to finish. And then the nurse is just like, whoa, one of your Pokemon has the Pokerus virus. And I was like, damn it, I don't have time to figure out how to use this. And just had to keep going, but, yeah. Sad. Very sad.
Very sad.
Very, very sad.
That's okay.
Apparently, those trades and shinies from all of the .coms, they're cracking down on it.
Yeah, they're trying to. Apparently, yeah, they're hacks a lot of the time. I mean, all of them are kind of fine to keep like in your single player or whatever, but definitely avoid using them in multiplayer because I guess it's no good, and Pokemon Company and etc. don't like that. So, yeah, keep your this Pokemon is sick.com whatever. Who are the Reggie Alecki whatever? Keep that to yourself. Just keep them in your collection. Regelicki?
I don't know.
But Sword and Shield, the one thing you still can do is raids. You have to do it with the moron level AI. But that's fine. So, Cam, have you gotten the chance to do some raids in the wild area?
Oh, yes. I've done many raids in the wild area. Although I realized that I shouldn't really be using the Exp candies because I don't really need them with a team of 6. So it seemed kind of extra to do that. But I am using the TRs that they drop.
The fact that they drop TRs is clutch because I now have 2 spare copies of Scald.
Very nice.
So if I need to drop Scald, or if I just run out of PP on Scald, I can put it back. Kind of a crucial move for me. Because if I come up against a ground type, I desperately need it. Although at this point, my bike is now outfitted to go on the water. So I can go back to Turffield and do the surfy thing to get the TM for Solar Beam.
Ooh, that would be great. You should probably pick up Solar Beam.
Yes. Which, for God knows what reason, the designers of Sword Shield allowed Colossal to learn Solar Beam.
I feel like
those
it's
water types.
What? Yeah, it's fine.
It gives me coverage on water types and ground types. Which is good.
How is your one Pokemon challenge going?
Awesome. So it was going great. right? Because I started doing raids and I was like, oh, this is great. Now I'm over leveled. At the very, very beginning, it really sucked because the only thing I could fight were Vulpixes. Literally, the only thing I could fight was Vulpix. So I'd just go into the wild area, I'd find a bunch of Vulpixes, I'd just fight Vulpixes until I ran out of Vulpixes, and then I'd go somewhere else and find some more Vulpixes. Technically, it would have worked with any fire type, but fire types are, as you guys know, kind of rare in all the Pokemon games, so yeah. So I did that until I got to Carkol. Carkol gives you a bit more flexibility because Roly-Poly is just a rock type. So you're very limited with what you can fight. You can't fight grass types because they will knock your ass out. Then you go to Carkol, and you're good now because now you have fire type. You can use flame charge. You can kill grass types. Great. So,
but that's also like why Carkol can learn, or Colossal can learn, is because he's fire types, and fire types can like typically learn Solar Beam.
Yeah. So
Company, so it's fine.
Thank God. Thank God. He can learn one grass move and one water move. And only because Scald is like boiling water.
I
think is the justification there. But yeah, so
good.
Background for anybody that missed it or is confused up to this point in the conversation. I'm doing one Pokemon challenge for Sword, but I'm not using any of the starters. I'm using Colossal. Because Colossal's the best. He knows Tar Shot. That's it. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Tar Shot. Just for Tar Shot.
Also, Padraig's here. How's it going, Padraig?
Hi.
And yeah, no, Tar Shot's really great. It lowers the opponent's speed and it makes them more vulnerable to fire. I have Heat Crash has just put this game on its back and carried me through like a solid half of it. My Colossal weighs 900 pounds.
God. Wait, that's so perfect then.
And if I'm like double the weight of something, it has like 120 power or something crazy like that. Yeah, no, it's that might be wrong, but it has a lot of power if you like really, really outweigh something. So like cutie flies at any level are just toast.
Wasting a Heat Crash on a cutie fly, like come on,
really.
Come on.
No. So I went to the wild area, right? And I was like level, I don't know, 34 or something, and the game's like, hey, it's a really strong looking cutie fly, and it's I go in as like a level 55 cutie fly. I was like, holy shit, Heat Crash. And Colossus just like, okay, boom, it just dies. It's great. The only trick to Heat Crash is that if you use it on a Dynamaxed Pokemon, it will fail.
Because Dynamax Pokemon are
you cannot,
way heavier.
Yeah, but it doesn't even do anything. So, it doesn't do like a little bit of damage, it does no effect.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I also briefly had Burn Up on Colossal. I really liked that strat. So, have you guys seen this move? It is a special fire move. I believe it's 130 power. That might be wrong. But it's 100 accuracy. Once you've used it, you are no longer fire type.
Wait, which move is?
Burn Up.
Burn Up, not Heat Up. Oh my, I was typing the wrong
I believe
thing.
it's Burn Up. It might be Burn Out.
Burn Up. In the Japanese, it is Burn Out.
Okay.
But in English, Burn Up. Thaw out the user if frozen, inflict damage to target, and user loses its fire type.
So
that's pretty awesome because then you eliminate your 4 times super effectiveness.
Right. So I've actually seen people advocate strongly for Burn Up used on Arcanine, who is pure fire. Because if Arcanine uses Burn Up, he is then typeless and has no weaknesses.
I'm reading up on that right now.
Wait. It will become typeless.
They take regular damage from all moves, and typeless moves deal regular damage against all Pokemon.
So it's not like an amazing strat or anything, but it does mean that like, you know, you can have an Arcanine that's, you know, normal against water, normal against rock, like...
But it's sort of normal. It's just typeless.
Right, but like
Normal
water moves wouldn't be super effective, rock moves wouldn't be super effective, nothing would be super effective. You're just vibing. Like...
That's so cool. Oh my god. Did not realize.
The downside... So I actually rolled that out for the rock gym. Because then I was just a rock Pokemon fighting other rock Pokemon, and I'm like, this is fine. But as of the last time I did some raids, I'm now level 100. I have all 8 gym badges. Yeah. Dude, I had a lot of exp candies and I used them. I'm now down to... I have 17 rare candies that I can't use.
You should get a second Carkle.
Oh my god! Just... No.
A team of
No,
6
I'm not doing it. I like my guy. I have never... Cam, I never changed its nature. He has been relaxed through the entire game, so he has 50 speed. Or something around there. But when he gets hit by a fire or water move, his speed goes up 3 stages, which actually multiplies it by 2.5 times.
Wait, what the hell?
So he becomes fast.
He becomes fast as fuck.
He's the fast.
What?
Yeah, so if you get hit with a water move, if you survive,
If you survive,
which is big F, then your speed goes to like 150, 175. And then you then you hit him with the solar beam. Then you...
Yeah, you use the first turn charging.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how my one Pokemon challenge is going. It's really fun. I'm just basically just abusing every mechanic of Pokemon possible. That's me. Raihan was a pain.
What? Yeah, so you brought in the Toxel.
I had to, so it actually wouldn't let me go into... I don't know why this is true. It wouldn't let me go into Spike Muth with one Pokemon. So I had to go back and get Tox. And then when I got to Raihan, I was like, well, it's going to be double battles, so I figure if it gives me trouble again, I'll just keep Tox with me. He got KO'd on the first turn every time anyway.
That's okay.
But he's a pain.
Similar.
He was a pain because he had Flygon with an Earth move. And Sandaconda. I don't know. Why the fuck does Raihan have Sandaconda?
Because Raihan is a ground type user.
No, he isn't.
Look at his team.
Duraludon is a dragon steel type.
Yeah.
No, it's just not... He doesn't have a... Am I right about this?
Officially, dragon. Officially.
Flygon is ground dragon. Sandaconda is ground. And Duraludon is steel dragon.
So he's a dragon user. He just also happens to have a random ass Sandaconda in there that screwed up all my plans.
It's got everything that can survive in a sandstorm.
God.
That's his team, is types that can survive in a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he brings in Gigalith first for Sandstream.
Oh, right. He also has a Gigalith.
Yep.
Like, what? Anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know how to get through this.
You
throw in your Vaporeon and your Sylveon, and you're good.
Oh, yeah. So, Cam's going to tell us about his challenge for Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually been a breeze.
What's up?
Having a team of 6?
Well,
oh
yes.
my gosh.
What are you actually doing this generation now, Cam? What are you doing?
I'm doing the Evolution Challenge.
Cool.
So I caught a whole bunch of EVs at the beginning of the game. That took like an hour and a half off screen. So, because they have a 5% chance of spawning. So it was a lot of running in and then running away and running back.
Are they visible? Okay.
Yeah, they pop up and you can see their ears. That's an Eevee, go!
So cute.
So, caught my team of 6 Eevees, and then went around the wild area to collect the fire, water, thunder, and leaf stone, so I could at least get those 4. And then spent a whole lot of time getting the friendship levels up for the last 2 for Umbreon and Sylveon. And then from there on out, it's been pretty easy.
Can you run us through our 6 evolutions that you've picked?
Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Umbreon, and Sylveon.
Okay, and the eye roll there was because you don't like grass types, right?
8 grass types.
Yeah.
But Leafeon is so helpful.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a time when it can actually learn the flying move that it's supposed to be able to learn. I think it's supposed to know Aerial Ace.
Ooh! Wait, I like that. That's awesome.
I think it can.
Leafeon can learn a flying move. Okay, well. There you have it.
But yeah, I tried to make sure that before I went into any of the gyms, I had my Eevees. So before I did the Milo battle, I was like, alright, I'll at least have Flareon. That'd be fine. And then Nessa pulled out Jolteon, I think.
Nessa.
Or Leafeon, one of them. And then, yeah, from there on out, it was just leveling up along the route to get to the next gym, the evolution that would be super effective.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then before I did the final read, I did a level up to 50. Because you had mentioned, you were like, oh, Raihan. And I was like, I don't remember that being... But I'll level up anyway.
It's probably okay if you have a Vape and a Leafeon... Or, like you said, Sylveon actually would be better. Yeah.
Dragons. Yeah, it's been really fun. It's really hard to stop myself from wanting to play more because I love Shield.
I know. It's, this has definitely been the one where I've had to be like, no, don't play off stream. Because I don't want to come back and be like, you know... I had like a moment in the first week where I skipped something, and I was like, "Oh damn! I should have streamed that," but it's okay. I'm curious. Do you know how much time you've logged on the game?
Yes.
How much?
Also, I looked it up. I could not learn a flying move.
Damn.
I thought that I could, so maybe it's something else. Let me just load in real quick. I can tell you the exact number.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder what you were thinking of then, or which evolution you were thinking of too.
Previous generation's moveset that I was looking at. I may have lost the ability to learn that, but I thought that was the reason why I took it. I would have gone with Glaceon, Eevee, but...
I mean, clearly it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Vaporeon knows Ice Beam, so that's all I really need.
Oh, yeah. Right, that water ice thing.
Great.
Yeah, the only bummer about doing Gen 8 as a one Pokemon challenge is there's like so many TRs and TMs and stuff that I keep getting that I just can't use. Okay, yeah. So I'm at like 14 hours, and it's wild. I mean, I think I've just gotten better at like focusing in Pokemon games on the things I need to do. But I definitely, it took me about 30 hours, I think, to beat Sword the first time through. And I'm like, what the fuck? 14 hours to Raihan is a lot faster than last time. So.
You focus also only on one Pokemon.
Yeah.
One of our viewers... Yeah, no, that's true. You don't have to do like any organization. And
yeah.
One of our viewers beat Leon with a Magikarp. That's an achievement.
Oh my god.
That's an achievement.
That is an absolutely great achievement.
That's something to put on your gravestone.
Looking at Magikarp. hours stats, because honestly it was.
Speaking of playtimes, though, that's very, very quick so far. Is 14 hours, 17 and a half hours.
It would have been, I feel like the amount of time that I've spent off stream, like, raiding, and just, like, exploring the world and, like, collecting things, that's probably added, like, 6 to that.
Yeah.
Because raiding is so fun, and you just bike around the wild area.
It is.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous that is how many hours of your 17 and a half have been just dedicated to raiding, and that like actual gameplay or main story is like just like 11 then.
It is a shockingly fast game compared to a lot of... I mean, honestly, especially coming off Gen 7. Because, like, we all know Gen 6 is the baby game for babies. And so... but then, like, Gen 7 definitely, I think, overcorrected a little bit and was like, no, Pokemon is hard and it should feel hard and fuck you. So, coming off that, it's definitely like, oh, cool, I don't have to really level that much. And, like, Hop is amazed and astounded anytime he uses a super effective move.
It's like he's never heard of them.
Yeah.
I pulled up all of our playtimes from our chart that we've been filling out that we definitely are going to need to share at the very, very end of this project. But yeah, like Gen 6, it just like took it by storm just how quickly you and I ran through X and Y.
Those are in the 20s, right? Yeah. Because I remember the gens leading up to that took a while. Like I think Gens 4 and 5, we needed a lot of time. It's no 139 hours, but I still think we spent. I need to convert some of my early gen play times to days, hours, minutes, and seconds, just to get a better understanding of exactly how much time I put into Pokemon Red.
I did a calculation of how much time I've spent on stream in Shield. 10 and a half.
Okay. Yeah, I think I spent I definitely spent one night raiding on Sword just to kind of get stack up some candies and stuff. So I know I've spent a little more than what I've done on stream has been critical to getting to where I am. On the flip side, at some point I accrued 17 rare candies that I did not use, which probably could have saved me some raiding time. Who knows? So,
raiding's fun.
Yeah, raiding is really fun.
A lot of the time off stream was also spent catching EVs and getting their friendship up, so that they would actually evolve the correct way that they needed to.
Gotcha.
So Umbreon is a high friendship knight, but can't know a fairy move because if it does, then
it turns into Sylveon.
Fortunately, I had Swift at that point, so I just taught it to everyone except for Sylveon's Eevee.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Swift. Swift is the special 60 power attack that never misses.
It's normal to.
Yep.
I've recently started seeing the trend, and I know that this has been a while. It's been around for a while, but all of the moves that are pretty much the same, but it just depends on the typing. So like Seed Bomb is the 80 power, 100 accuracy grass move with no other effects.
Yeah.
Which is X Scissor, but it's a bug move. Which are also like other 80 power 100 with no extra effects. I think there's a dark move that does something like that too, or like Aerial Ace.
Aerial Ace is the 60 base, never miss. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same with Swift, and there's
Magical Leaf is another.
Magical Leaf for grass. I feel like there's a dark one as well.
Electric, we have Shockwave. Shockwave's your base 60, you never miss.
It's cool that they have all these different types of moves that are the same overall. The type just changes.
I'm trying to think of them.
Yeah. It is cool to see those, because you're kind of like, oh, that's just that. But copied the code, made it grass, called it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am really excited to go into. I kind of forgot a couple details of the story for this next part, so I'm like really excited to see what's coming up. Because I know that now that we've beaten Raihan, we go into like story stuff for a little while. But I don't really remember this like story too well. I don't remember like the Championship Cup and Leon battle too well. I don't think I need to because I have a level 100 Colossal, which basically means they should just hand me the keys to the kingdom because otherwise I will take it by force.
Yep, you should be fine. You should be just fine.
But yeah, I'm excited to rediscover that.
Yeah. I forgot a lot of the plot and story and like the gym challenges.
Yeah.
For everything. There were a few that I was like, oh, I remember this one. And then there were a bunch where I was like, oh, this was that challenge? Like, one of the differences between Sword and Shield are the two gyms that you head to directly after leaving Hammerlock.
Yep.
Because when I go left, towards Stone's side, I have a ghost gym.
Yeah. And
when
I have...
go right and north, it's an ice gym.
Whereas I have a fighting first and a rock second.
Okay.
Is that right? That sounds right.
No, I don't play
Sounds
Shield.
right.
I don't play Sword.
You don't have a fighting or a rock gym though, right?
I do not have fighting.
Yeah. So...
but the ice challenge was very similar to... Do you remember the challenge where you had to walk on all of the pieces of ice once?
Yep,
And if you
Gen 3, baby! That was great.
Yeah, that was really fun. This one, they made use of the rumble controls on the Switch, and as you got close to a pitfall, it would rumble.
Dude.
And if you fell, it would reset
great.
it back to where your last checkpoint was.
So that's really cool, but I have just one thing that bursts the bubble on that a little bit.
It's not a puzzle.
It's an ice puzzle?
It's the same challenge in the rock gym.
Yeah.
Which is a bit disappointing.
And you're like...
Yep, you hold the things, you walk around, and when it rumbles really hard, you're right next to the thing. And then you walk to the platform, and on the platform you're safe, and you usually have to battle a guy.
Yeah.
It's still a really cool puzzle. I'm just kind of bummed to find out that they used the same puzzle for rock and ice.
I was more so in they reused the same puzzle that they did. They just added rumble controls instead of making it because I thought that the ice where you could only walk on each piece once,
that was really cool.
Was actually a puzzle.
Yes.
This was
more I mean, you can do this puzzle by just running through and unlocking all the holes and then being like, okay, there's the path.
Rock gym is a sandstorm and not a blizzard. Oh, so you can't see as you got higher up in the gym?
Yeah.
So northeast for you is a desert?
Nope, it's a icy area.
It is an icy area. It's just a rock gym in an icy area.
Yep. Well, there's the bath. And there's the big bath. So it's thawed out. So that's why there's rocks there.
Sure.
I feel like they didn't think that one all the way through.
What was the puzzle for the fighting gym?
Oh, the giant boxing gloves that punch your little spinny car up, and then you have to spin it with the spin controls to get over the... What did you have to do?
Same thing, but with ghost hands instead
Fuck yeah!
you have to spin your...
Yep. You have to...
Back and forth, and you're overspin. Okay, so it's the same.
Okay, yeah. So, copy the code, change some colors.
It's also not a puzzle.
No, not a puzzle.
It's just make use of the controls.
Although, yeah. Okay.
None of these were really puzzles
Wait.
except for Nessa.
Thank you. Because Nessa is a puzzle, and
a total callback to Crasher Wake.
Yes. It even has the same color buttons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nessa's puzzle. That's
probably the most fun.
I do think, in a lot of ways, Sword and Shield are so fun up through Motorstoke when you fight Kabu. And then I think the experience definitely like changes a little bit. They're not. I don't think they're bad games from that point on. I think they're good games from that point on. But I think they're a little less like carefully constructed and a little more like, okay, I guess we got to make another gym mission. Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, all right, we're going up to the ice land. Like, of course there'll be a rock guy there. Sure. Mm-hmm. Come on. Yeah. What are we going to put over here and stow inside? Oh, let's make a really shitty mural, and then I guess there's a fighting gym or a ghost gym or some shit. Like,
I'd forgotten some of the routes that you have to take on this, because, like, you do it once and then there's no reason to, like, ever need to go back to them.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in other generations, it's like, there were some routes where I feel like I took them, like, 9 times over the course of a game.
Gen 4.
Yeah! Wait, there were a couple routes where I had to go back and forth a little bit. Yeah!
Sinnoh.
God.
You're thinking of... because of the lakes, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Also, that fucking cowboy town that you have to go through like 9 times for some reason.
Yeah, like, you do loops around Galar, and, like, that's it. Mm-hmm. I've never... Like, there were some routes that I got to, and I was like, oh, I vaguely remember this. But I feel like if I went back and played some of the older games at this point, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's this route. Kill me now, I hate this one.
Yeah. Part of the advantage... Well, this is a toss-up. Part of the reason that feels that way is because 90% of the time, when you get to a place where in a previous generation game you would need to turn around and go back, you will run into a character who says, hey, you look like you need to go back to Motorstoke. I can take you to Motorstoke. And then if you say yes, they will. So you don't have to, like, for example, you don't have to go back through the place that you do the... Shit. That little, like, pass that you take to get to the fairy gym.
Yeah, she's like, you want to go?
Yeah.
A little forest kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, that was kind of cool.
It was cool. No, it was really cool. But then the game is like, oh, you don't want to do that again. You just want to magically teleport back. And I'm like, I mean, yeah. Sure.
Saving you a lot of time.
It does save a lot of time. Which I think carves off some of, like, the... You know, I didn't spend 15 minutes walking back there and back through Stow-on-Side and back through, like, the weird ladder area before Stow-on-Side and, like, back east to Motorstoke, or wherever the hell I came from.
My least favorite routes.
Yeah. Oh, the
ladders. Anything to do with ladders.
Yeah. Anything to do with ladders ever. Yeah. But
you have to keep controlling it. You don't just get on the ladder and it walks you up automatically.
Yep. Got it. Nope. Mm-hmm. Gotta walk. Gotta walk up the ladder.
Gotta walk. Gotta push forward.
And there's always a beauty at the top to fight you.
Wow.
Always.
Yeah, there's a bunch of... They have the, like, beauty whatever names.
Beauty and Nita.
Through that area. Yep. Some good characters, though, in Gen 8, I think, personally. They get a little more dialogue time. They get a little more screen time. They have more expressive faces. So you kind of get, like, I don't know, Bede, Opal. You get some kind of, like, stories being fleshed out.
You get the real Hop instead of all of the people that you guys have just been naming Hop as your rival.
Yeah,
I've never named my rival Hop.
Or you've just named yours rival.
That's fine, Cam. But I have named mine Hop. Except for my Gen 6 starter? Gen 5? I named... When did Froakie? When is Froakie? Gen 6?
6.
I named him Hop.
Yes. Fucking named all of them Hop. Every game you had a Hop.
It's true. Except this game I just have Hop.
Yeah.
Who I have found marginally less annoying on this playthrough.
It's because you have to deal with Pow.
Yep.
Pow is so annoying, you guys.
Yeah. And you get to deal with Hao twice.
I get to deal with Hao twice. I'm having the time of my life.
You get to,
You get to sit through the cutscenes twice.
Yeah, but it's fine because it's Ultra Moon, so there's a few more cutscenes.
Oh, great! I'm so excited for them.
I'm really excited to see what the differences are, though, in those plot lines, because Peter and I briefly talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between Sun and
Very confusing.
Ultra Sun. So Moon and Ultra Moon are going to be cool, because they're the same story.
Yeah.
So far, there already are some differences in the Ultra Guard or team or whatever they are.
Ultra Recon Squad.
Yes, the Ultra Recon Squad is that suddenly in the cutscene in the very beginning where you're introduced to Lily and Nebby when she's running away, it's these two people who have a super different outfit. And I'm like, that was not there, because in Sun and Moon you just have the Aether Paradise nerds.
Yeah. Have you noticed what they do with their hands?
Yeah, what is the situation?
So, if you greet most people on Alola, they'll do this with a circle, but the Ultra Recon Squad people are doing a square.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. That's weird. I guess I'll figure out why.
Yeah.
But they're a different outfit. They're suddenly in the story much, much earlier than the Aether Paradise goons were in the story, because these two people were... we got introduced to them like 30 minutes in. They just had this aura that they had caught wind of as, I guess, the festival in EP Town was happening. You just start to get introduced to those guys a little bit earlier than the Aether Paradise guys in Sun and Moon. And they're different, of course. That's what it looks like. But now I'm understanding some of the things that are happening, like in what I had earlier today. There was an interaction with Lily where she comes to see you at your house, and she's like, oh, you have such a wonderful mother, it must be nice, or something like that. And I'm just like, oh fuck, I understand why she's like wishing she had a great mother now. But it's just like little things that you have the background for now, and you can read between the lines of just like what's the real intention and tone of some of the things that are going to be said. But it'll be interesting. I need to remember if the trainer's school in Sun and Moon, if that woman also had the starter that was super effective against yours, because I do not remember.
Oh wait, I don't know about Sun and Moon. Definitely in Ultra Sun.
Yes, in Ultra Moon, I fainted to her like 4 times.
It's super effective against you, and it's level 10. Yes. Which I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It should be the same Pokemon.
I don't remember if it was or not. I'm gonna look.
I don't know. I got my ass thoroughly kicked.
I was fine.
I just got rocked like 4 times today.
Look, I did Hooey like 10 plus times, so...
Yeah. You suffered in the end, it's fine. It's fine.
Between Papu, Hala, and Kukui, my last stream of like 4 hours and 15 minutes was like 15 to 20 restarts.
Ugh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, I just looked this up. In Sun and Moon, the teacher just has a Magnemite and an Alolan Meowth.
Oh.
So in Electric Steel, and then a Dark type. But in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, she purposefully has the starter that's effective against yours. So that's why I don't remember having trouble in
That's what it is.
Moon, is because I was okay. And
it was probably still a little tricky if she had a Magnemite.
I don't think she ever shocked Poplio, and water is neutral against both electric and steel. So I was okay.
Fairy's neutral.
Oh wow, look at that.
Or fairy, one of the two, but...
I just figured since electric against water, but...
Yeah.
I can't...
Steel is a super effective against fairy.
It is.
Yeah, but you're not fairy yet.
so you don't have that. So it's just water and steel.
Yeah. So as long as you can avoid getting hit by too many powerful electric moves, you're good.
Yeah. Let me double check.
Which you probably can, because an early trainer is not usually all that strategic.
Probably spark.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I also, that's probably why I don't remember the trainer school being that difficult.
Yeah.
Because if it's that steel type and I had a fire type, great. And then a dark type, it's a dark type. Awesome.
Water does seem to be neutral against electric types, so all of Poplio's water moves were neutral against Magnemite.
Yeah.
So
whereas
that's why it was fine.
Rowlet against a Litten, or is that Litten?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's an interesting fight. I think at this point I got carried by Meowth. Because I just trained up a Meowth to be fast. And
you and your cats.
Hey,
Cats are great.
They're fantastic.
A cat in any given Pokemon game will carry you through like the first couple gyms. On sheer speed.
I'm just very sad.
I mean, Cam, a cat carried you through the entirety of your last Pokemon game. One cat.
It was rough at sometimes, but yeah.
One cat.
One cat.
One cat. One black cat.
Oh, that's cat. Black and red.
Black and red. Black and red.
Yeah, black and red.
So, watching through you and using what, Sparkling Aria?
Operetta?
Special Operetta?
Yeah,
Sparkling Operetta. It was interesting to see how that move worked, and I wish that I could have seen this or paid attention to it with Rowlet, although I guess I'll see that eventually. At one point, your character does this, and that's the hit the note, explode the thing.
So
Yep.
cute.
Which is extremely similar to Malicious Moonsault with Incineroar. It creates like a boxing ring or wrestling arena, and he jumps on the post, and then your character goes, whoop, and then he jumps up and comes back down. I was like, okay, so it is a...
This is just a starter Z Crystal.
Yeah, just
like,
go.
signature move.
So I'm wondering what it will be for Decidueye.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I just remember a lot of arrows. And then things dying.
Eric.
Is it
Oh, wait, isn't the Z signature move the ghost move?
Sinister Arrow Raid.
Is it a ghost move?
It's a ghost move.
But Sparkling Operetta is a water move.
The Sparkling Aria is the move itself, and then the Z move ends up being Oceanic Operetta.
It's water? Interesting. So Decidueyes and Incineroars are both their second type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Primarina's its first. Oh.
Very interesting.
I mean, what are you going to do? Give a Z move to a fairy type?
Yes.
Yes. Max Starfall.
Yo, I was really upset
Bigger
that
Moonblast.
in Sun and Moon you don't fight the fairy captain.
Mina?
Is the term captain? Yes.
He's kind of like...
Oh, I'm just here for the art.
Oh.
Here, just take the crystal.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get your fill of Mina.
I know.
In Ultra Moon.
I know. I remember your what's it called? I want to say leaves, but
The fucking petals.
petals. That's it. Petals.
You have to go around the island and collect petals from all of the captains that you've fought already.
I remember the stream title now.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you go back, and Mina's like, great, you collected all the petals. And I'm like, sweet, now I can finally get my Z Crystal. And she's like, nope.
Fight me, bitch.
At least that's better than, oh my gosh, what's her name from Gen 2? Dragon type.
I hate her.
Claire.
I hate her.
Yeah. Oh, you beat me? That's not enough.
Oh.
I will
He
get...
was the worst. She's very bratty.
Yeah. Although the
Man.
collecting...
Sorry?
I was going to say the collecting items, that had already been done. That's the grass type totem.
Oh, yeah.
Collect all of the ingredients to make the potion to summon the totem.
It's a little more low key because you don't have to actually go around and battle all of the. Oh, do you have to battle them? I don't think you do.
There's a thing where, like, if you grab a mushroom and you think it's a mushroom, but it's not a mushroom, it's a Pokemon that attacks. Like, you would have to battle the Pokemon that attacks you.
Yeah. I'll have to check Mina's challenge again because I went through Ultra Sun so fast that I don't really remember it. But it's definitely like, it's definitely a pain. Yeah, I'll see it again. Yeah. Well, y'all, I think I need to wrap so we can get some food and etc.
Yeah.
Weird schedule today. But, yeah, so it sounds like all these games are off to a fantastic start.
I mean, you guys are basically off to a glorious ending soon, so...
Yeah.
I was going to say, how much of the game do you think we actually have left?
There is story in there. I gotta think it's probably one stream.
Yeah, I don't foresee this being...
Maybe 2 streams. I don't really remember how long the whole...
It's going from Hammerlock up to, Wyndham Stadium?
Yep.
And then you get there, and it's plot, and a lot of running around Hammerlock again, or Wyndham. And
it's Wyndham, because you have to get all the clowns or whatever. No, they're not clowns. Clowns is from like Gen 3 or 5.
4.
Yeah,
we have
thanks.
Oh,
At some point there's like fake security
with the
guards.
clowns and the honey in Gen 5.
Or 5, yes. 4 and 5, I think, are clones.
Clowns.
Yeah.
And then, there's the whole slumbering well bit.
But is that before the game ends?
Yeah, you have to. You have to go get the sword and shield.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So
there's actually there's more plot.
We've probably got like 1 or 2 more streams. I'll have to. We'll have to see because I don't think I'll get the chance to stream until Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll see. Either way,
fine.
We'll figure it out. Cam, if you go first, then I'll watch yours and get a vibe for how much content I have.
Maybe I'll go tomorrow.
All right, cool.
I'm excited to get back into it. I don't remember where I left off with my EVs.
Your EVs. Just Cam and his EVs, just vibing.
Eevee, one of my favorites. I'm so glad to have finally had the chance to do an evolution challenge.
Yeah. The Eevees are great.
And I named them after their original anime.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
Rainier and...
Rainier and Pyro and Sparky and Linnea and Tamao and Kira. Sorry to Rhea and Sakura. They didn't quite make the cut.
Left off.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Alright, y'all. I think I'm going to wrap us. But hey, to our viewers, and we actually had a lot tonight, so thanks everybody for dropping in. I got a question. I'll just clarify this real quick. Patrick asked if we're doing DLC, because I think we're not, for Sword and Shield. I mean, if we have time, then we could maybe toss in a bonus stream or 2, but I am looking at the inevitable beginning of the semester, so I may not have time to do those. I probably should spend that doing some readings ahead.
Grades? Okay.
What did you say?
Raiding.
Rating.
Some
Rating.
grading. Yeah. No. I have to read some things. And finish my syllabus.
School.
Oh, school.
Cool.
But, yeah, so we might get the chance to toss out a DLC, like stream or 2, but other than that, probably not going to get into it all that much. But yeah, again, thanks for dropping in. We have like 3 or 4 viewers through the whole stream, which was awesome. Always love to get some questions in the chat, etc. Give us lots to talk about. And we are usually on every Sunday at 6:30. So we'll see you guys in roughly a week.
Mm-hmm.
Other than our individual streams throughout this one. Sounds like Cam will be on tomorrow night. You'll probably see some Ultramoon from Sirmina this week, and I'll be working through the End of Sword as well one of these mornings. So keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube app for that little red dot in the live.
I gotta get revenge on that woman. Ugh.
Yeah.
She.
Yeah, the teacher at the school.
That teacher.
Definitely, yeah. Avenge yourself. Get a Meowth. Get a Meowth. Go back.
No, I'm
you can't get a
gifted
Meowth.
Pokemon
Damn.
only, so
Okay,
I have
then
to just overlevel Rowlet.
Overlevel your Rowlet.
Yeah.
Until he's a ghost type, and then
Probably.
bop some face.
Lit fast, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking us off. To our viewers, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.